Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. So I'm back on the moon. It's day 300. I still got about 65 more days to go to reach the achievement of being on the moon for 1 year at Stationeers' brutal setting. Remember to subscribe and like. I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't done an update in 2 months. I'm a little disappointed, but I guess it is what it is. So, to kill some time, junction, gotta get this to go the right way. That is not it. Not it. That's it. And then I'll put an input here. Flip-flop valve overflow inlet. We'll put that right there. I think I have exactly the amount of chutes that I need. You know how that goes. I think I do. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm one short, like always, but I think I have, and I do. I have exactly the right amount. All right. So if you remember correctly, this is my mining outpost for iron. This is all automated. Power comes through the microwave power receiver. There's a tower right there, and hopefully you can see it. Right where the white dot is. Yeah, you can probably see it. And the power goes from my base to there, and then it relays from there to here because it's too long of a distance to have any worthwhile power the whole way. And I got a battery which it keeps fully charged, and it runs everything here. So this is all automated, except for the fact that I had to come out every once in a while and pick up the iron, which I no longer have to do, and I'll explain why in a minute. Yeah. Slide down. Let me get rid of that wrench. And there's 50, 1, 18, 50, 50, 19, 50, 50, 20, 50, okay, and another 20. So now, I no longer have to come up here at all. So my base is even more automated and somewhat more boring. But let's chuck these in there and make sure they make it the whole way. I did have a couple mislaid ones. Walked it back the whole way, and I was like, oop, I misaligned that one, and I misaligned that, because I'm using the long ones that take 8 chutes. I guess it does 8 for the distance. And I did miss a couple spots. So we'll walk this back. Now, I'm feeling pretty comfortable saying this is the longest chute run ever in Stationeers. Somebody can prove me wrong, put a video on here and show me. This took about 1,500 iron. And I have to be careful going down here. I did destroy my suit doing this. I barely made it back to base. I went down this hill too fast and went into a hole, and I got the old noise, and my suit got seriously damaged, and I barely made it back to base. And I gotta watch my jetpack, because I usually, every time I come out here and work on this, I use a 6 megapascals of jetpack in the process. But so far I don't see any ore laying around, so that's a good thing. And again, like I said, this has got to be the longest chute run ever. I hope somebody can prove me wrong, but I can't see how, unless somebody else has done this. And it just goes on, and I'm running and I'm running. But anyway, like I said, my base is automated. Day 365 more to go before I get that achievement. That sounds kind of glary. We'll put that right there. And now I'm coming. I had to zigzag a little bit. It's almost makes you wish when you do a long one like this that they had 45-degree angle chutes. But maybe there's a mod for that. But I don't trust mods too much. I play a couple. Like the trading mod, but Every time there's an update to mod, you know, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And 50% of the time it doesn't work. So, and this is still going, and I'm still running. Here's one of the mistakes I made that I had to fix. As I walked it back, I'm like, oops, that's not lined up. And that's good. And it just got dark, but I'm almost back. Longest chute run ever, it's gotta be. Somebody proved me wrong. Like I said, about 1,500 chutes, roughly. I didn't keep perfect track. So probably between 1,300, 1,700. I gotta be careful because there's holes here. And I don't feel like falling in a hole. Okay, so then it goes above my base, comes out over here. So the chutes are still going across the top there. And it comes down into here. Now this is also smelting, not automated yet. I have to automate it, but that's really easy to do. My deep miner here, which is giving me free silicone. So there should be a bunch of ore in here. Now this might be a silicone. It is. So there was a silicone waiting in the chute here. So while that's happening, let me, how's my food? Yeah, I might as well do it. It's on the way anyway. Take this off real quick with the air tanks refill. Go down here, drink some water real quick. Again, all my greenhouse is automated. I got literally too much food. I'm eating pumpkin pie right now. I sell a lot of my food. As you can see, I got 10,000 credits. And I don't really need to make any ores anymore. I buy them off the food that I'm producing. Too many chickens. My automated chicken egg picker-upper is working good. Every once in a while I have to restack these, otherwise you get too many of them. But that's done. I don't need anything in here. So we'll pick these back up. Oops. Tanks should be emptied and filled with the exception of the propulsion tank, which I don't have hooked up yet. But after this is working, I wonder why that just jumped like that. Interesting. I do have a lot of things running on this base. It's pretty big. So I won't be surprised if every once in a while things can do a hiccup. Okay, so the silicone... Oh, I forgot my... I walked right by it, too. Sorry about that. I walked right by it. I need you. I don't think I can do that without my hand, can I? Doesn't look like I can. Alright, so this is already hooked up to everything. This is running my deep miner and centrifuge. And it is connected, I believe. Yes. To the... Another thing, the reason I need this to be automated is because it has to be... No. Oh! I put it into the stacker. Oh my. Let's go this way with it. I don't need that stacker really, I mean... Alright, so let's turn this off. Put that in here. Import it. Edit it. And let's add... alias... we'll call it arc. Yeah, arc fern. D1. And then I'll put it somewhere in here. Start. I just need it to repeatedly, you know, over and over activate it. So, save arc fern. Activate 1. And that should be all I need. Confirm. Export. Put it back in there. Turn it on. Get the error. Turn it off. Go into devices here. And set this one to arc furnace. There we go. Now is this still running? it is not. So once I turn this on, it should activate, and then we go for smelting one of the irons that I threw in. So the iron did make it all the way over here. Oh! So that's working. What else have I done in this 300 days that might be interesting? Pretty much I'm killing time by making a 1,500 length chute. But I did bring my rocket back down. I left it up there a long time, and I actually forgot about it. And luckily I had enough battery charge to get it back down. So you can't see it, but the rocket is over there. I brought water down with the rocket from one of the planets. I got this completely mapped with except one dot, which I'm not worried about. I'm not sending anything back up for that. And this is the reason I had the rocket in orbit, because I was tracking, I played with the telescope down there, got that to work in the last episode, I think it was, where it was tracking things across the horizon automatically. If you want to see that, you can go to the previous video here. Power is not an issue. I have a couple solar panels on the roof, which I probably don't need because I get too much power from my switchgrass. And you can see it's almost always harvesting switchgrass. And then it goes in here to the recycler centrifuges, 3 of them. Goes into arc furnace that's in here. I collect all the hydrogen that it kicks off into these 3 big tanks, which you can't, there's 2, but there's another one over there. And then, it's not currently running, but this feeds it 1 charcoal at a time into this solid fuel generator, and that's all the power I need. Because I got tons of food. I did make this system here, which is pretty handy, and I should move this down. I don't think that's on the same power circuit though. It has to be. It has to be. Because the only problem is I could scroll it. See, this is 0. If I move it to 1, it changes it to tomatoes. But I have to look up. I should put it down here. I may move that. So if I decrease that, decrease it to eggs. I got, I think, 11 items in there now. So if I have eggs selected and I hit this button, it spits out an egg. And it'll keep spitting out eggs every time I hit that button. And I just throw them in here. I got a ton of eggs. I got too many eggs because I have too many chickens. I have 82 eggs. Way too many eggs. But basically I can, let's go to whatever is in 3. Sugar cane. So I can hit that and it'll spit out sugar cane. And then I can just go over here. That's on. And this on. Get all the sugar I need. Put that in my oven. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. You can just open and close it again. Here I am. I learn things by accident sometimes, and that was one of them. Okay. So, there is another achievement I might try and do here. It's kind of a silly achievement, and I can't believe I haven't done it yet. But, so this should be spitting out ores, and it is. Look at all that iron. I could just go to my system here, throw it in here, into my automated dispenser system. This is one thing I might do in the next episode. Make this, say, keep 100 cable coils in stock. And if I pull one out, I'll put a vending machine. Don't think it'll fit there. Maybe back here? I don't know. I'll put a vending machine somewhere in line here. And if I take one of them out and it no longer equals 100, I'll have this automatically send another one to the vending machine. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll have to try that. Now this system here is not quite a copy of Cows Are Evil stuff. I did my own code I coated it different. That's in one of the episodes. And I have sorters up here, so it takes everything out of the chicken food, throws it back in here, and anything but eggs goes back into the chicken coop, and eggs get sorted and go into the vending machine. I don't think there was any eggs in this one, but you can see it just dumps and spits it out in two different places. I got a flip-flop splitter up there that drops one in, because if you put it all in one space, sometimes the chickens won't find food and they'll start to starve. Like I said, I gotta restack these every once in a while. I could put a stacker in there and have it do that automatically. But, alright. That's about it, I think. Like I said, my whole base is automated. I got the big... There's some junk laying around I gotta clean up. I got the big... You can't see it, but this is the big trading area. 9 by 6, I believe it is. 6 high. Oh, I can fit everything in it. I don't need the light on. But I'll turn that off now. I control all this inside, but except for the air, which I haven't hooked up to do automatic. I just run out there and turn those 3 big ones on, and since they put the pipe, the tanks in the pipe network, it takes no time at all to fill this thing up. So much faster. I'm glad they did that. There we go. That's pretty much it. So next episode I'm gonna work on somehow putting a vending machine in here and having it read and automatically refill things. So that would be kind of fun to do. And meanwhile, I'm collecting free iron, which I could even put some of it in and sell it. But I don't have to mine anything anymore, literally. I get so much money from trading. It missed. And if you want to know how this system works, in a previous video, say if I wanted to make coils, I just hit that button. All the ores automatically go into this one. And I just select cable coils. And if I wanted to print 2, I just select 2. And once the copper gets in here, any second now. Copper, there it is. I can just hit the button and it'll do 2 cable coils and shut off. And there we go, 2 cable coils. So it's all automated. Pretty handy. Now if I get that system over here where I can say, okay, print 50 cable coils, all I would have to do is tell it to set this setting to 50. Somehow get it to go to cable coils here, which I think I can do pretty easily. I'm sure there's a way to do that. And have it save it automatically. But there you go. Tell me what you think. I think there's the longest, there's the run up over here. That is the longest chute run I've ever seen. Let somebody tell me different. You can put it on my link in the video if you like. But again, Navy Old Cell Gamer, remember to subscribe and like. And I'll see you in the next episode. It has been 2 months since I did an episode, but like I said, I was kind of waiting for an update. And it's been 2 months without any kind of patch or update. Hate to say I'm a little disappointed in that, but I'm being patient. I know it's a good game. I just was hoping I could do some new things. I'm still on day 300. It should just about be day 301. The sun is out. Why didn't it change to 301? I'll have to watch that. Hopefully it doesn't stick at day 300. That would kind of stink. Maybe it switches at midnight? I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.